Test one, two, test one, two, test one, two, test one, two. The levels, the levels, the levels. I see the levels. I see the levels. All right. Thank you for joining me on this 27th day of Black History Month. I'm holding for a few, and then we're going in. Good evening, good evening, good evening. If you have stumbled upon my channel, I am Juanqui, and welcome to my world. I am a cornucopia of stuff. You just never know what kind of video you're gonna get from me. I go live every single night. On this Black History Month, I have been going live nightly, doing a profile a night, and tonight it'll be a little bit different. Tonight, we're actually going to take a listen and also learn a little bit about what I came across for the song "Wade in the Water." The very first time I heard this song, it was actually Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Drop a bomb on that. Yes, it was Aunt Viv. Aunt Viv was up there showing everybody not only history, but also showing that she is a triple threat. Okay. Also, I think her name is Janet Hubert. Now, we know what happened to Aunt Viv. She went upstairs and then light skinned Aunt Viv came downstairs, but that's another video. Before I get right into it, let me go ahead and pull up my notes real quick. So I saw that was the first time I heard the song. I actually heard it in Puerto Rico. I was living in Puerto Rico at that time, and I actually heard it in Spanish. And I actually heard it in English. I was watching English programming. I went to a bilingual school in Puerto Rico, and so they, I was fluent, so I was getting cable TV. All right, Wade in the Water. Wade in the Water is a seminal African American spiritual that served as both a religious anthem and a code survival guide for enslaved people seeking freedom. Historical significance and secret codes. The song is famously associated with the Underground Railroad. Descent warning. It is believed that Harriet Tubman used the song to instruct escapees to leave the trail and enter the water. Why? Because that would throw off the hounds. Throwing off the hounds. Walking in water masked their scent, making it impossible for bloodhounds used by slave catchers to track them. The double meaning. While the lyrics appear to be about baptism and faith, they provided practical instructions for physical escape. Hello, Love Blake. Nice to see you. Biblical interpretation. The song draws on several biblical themes of deliverance. Exodus. The wading parallels the Israelites crossing the Red Sea to escape Egyptian slavery. And wasn't Moses that parted the Red Sea? Am I correct on that? Listen, I went to a Catholic school. First of all, I went to an Episcopal Catholic. Episcopal Roman Catholic, I think it was, for the younger years. And then I went to just a regular Catholic school where the Bible was my textbook. It literally was the textbook every single year, and we read it cover to cover. And I was always so confused and lost with these stories. It's like, okay, so I think Moses parted the Red Sea, didn't he? I think he did. Baptism. The imagery also connects the River Jordan and the spiritual transformation of the soul. For those of you who don't know, the Jordan River, I don't know why they call it the River Jordan, but the Jordan River is allegedly where Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist. Common lyrics. While variations exist, the most recognized version was first published in 1901 by Fisk Jubilee Singers. Refrain. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water, God's gonna trouble the water. Verse 1. See that host all dressed in white. The leader looks like the Israelite. So it is my understanding, based on what I learned growing up, that, and I have my own vision. Harriet Tubman would sing this. And so, as we know, the Underground Railroad was not really a railroad. Okay, Portia from Isaiah Feed the Needy or something. Embarrassing your grandfather up there. Real Housewives of Atlanta circa long time ago, when she had the nerve to get on national television and say how the train conductor gets in. Dumbass. The things people would do for a check and national exposure, right? Look like an idiot and soil your grandfather's legacy. I digress. That's another video for March. Drop a bomb on that. Right now, we are celebrating Black excellence. Okay, now we come to the moment where we are gonna go ahead and play the song. This one is being performed by a beautiful singer named Cynthia Liggins. Okay, here we go.
Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. See that band all dressed in white. God's gonna trouble the water. The leader looks like the Israelite. God's gonna trouble the water. Ooh, wade in the water. Oh, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God is gonna trouble. God's gonna trouble the water. Oh, see that band all dressed in red. God's gonna trouble the water. Ooh, it looks like the band that Moses led. God's gonna trouble the water. Oh, whoa, whoa, wade in the water. Oh, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God is gonna trouble, yes he will. The water. Oh, God is gonna trouble. God's gonna trouble the water. There's healing in the water, yeah. The water. Deliverance in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. My God is gonna trouble the water.
All right, so that is a rendition of Wade in the Water. The literal escape code. In the 19th century, the song functioned as a strategic tool for the Underground Railroad. Tactical instruction. Enslaved people were told to wade in the water to break their scent in trail, preventing bloodhounds from attacking them. Geographic markers. The Jordan River mentioned in the lyrics often coded for the Ohio River, the boundary between slave and free states. Harriet Tubman's signal. Tubman reportedly used this song to warn escapees to leave the trail for the safety of a nearby stream. Okay, drop a bomb on that. Spiritual and emotional resilience. Beyond physical escape, the song represents a deeper inner freedom. Metaphor for struggle. Waiting represents the act of moving through chaos and difficulty with the faith that a path will be provided. Baptism and renewal. It is frequently used in religious settings as a baptismal song, symbolizing spiritual purification and the commitment to new life. Now, the scholars have found some potential hidden meanings over the years of the song. I'll be discussing three of them. Dressed in white, the quotes, dressed in white is referring to the Israelites or those seeking purity through baptism. Dressed in red, symbolizing the blood of the struggle or the band that Moses led. God's going to trouble the water was a warning that the path will be difficult, but that the divine help is active. Now, I think this is one of those things that as you get older, you learn to appreciate a moment of me sharing. So, it's no secret that I've run with a very fabulous group of people in New York City growing up. I grew up in New York City. I worked hard for what I had, got into good social circles. We used to, do the brunches, the outings, the trips, all of that, the galas, the fundraisers. And, sometimes people will be clowns. Maybe at a brunch, we had too much mimosas. And so we would joke around. And, this is back when I was in my, younger 20s. And so there was always a running theme about, using black spirituals and getting a deep voice and, and it was a way for us to connect, but also kind of gag and joke around and, be clowns. And so now that I'm much older, not too old, but much older, and wiser, and when I get to, and I hear the delivery of the singer and then I read within, the text, and I listen to the subtext and the context of the song, it really hits me. This is not just a song. This is literally an escape map, like they said in the text. An escape map. People listening to this, singing this, either survive, not survive, became free and got captured, or never became free. Drop a bomb on that. So to me, as somebody who is, somewhat free now, right? Much more liberties now than any of the people before me ever had. I'm in the most freest time now that there's ever been, even with everything that's going on. If you really look at history and what the people who, crawl and then walk so I can run endured, you get a different interpretation. You get a different feel. You hear these words and literally you get chills down your bones. And I don't know if that's our ancestors perhaps, but it definitely hits different once you mature and you see, you see what the history was and where we are now and where we're heading. So on this day before the last day of our Black History extravaganza, celebrating Black excellence, I felt like this was going to be perfect to listen to learn a little bit, and to just reflect upon All right. And so, with that said, I'm going to leave you guys. Tomorrow will be the last profile for Black History Month. So, please make sure that you join. Um, yeah, as we continue to celebrate Black excellence. Have a good night.